Hello everyone. Namaste. I believe everybody is well and healthy. And I hope you had a good celebration of Maha Shivratri, which was earlier this week. I have a few questions I would like to engage today. Apology for if you have any questions, please do unmute and ask. If you can hear me on YouTube, it's all good. Zoom is all good. Excellent. So I have a question. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to chat and communicate. But questions I have came from an Instagram story. How to keep my energy level up throughout the day. It is a Pallavi asking. There is many ways you can keep your energy level. First of all, you can start practicing yoga. Observe your daily routine. If you sleep very long period of time or late riser, which you call it, or you can call it lazy riser in the morning, you will feel lethargic and tired. Try to make sure that you are out of your bed at least before the sunrise. If you can wake up around 5 o'clock to starting point, go to sleep early, don't eat heavy meal in the night time, observe your diet. So the many elements contribute to your energy level throughout the day, quality of sleep you have, activities you do during the day. Are you healthy? Is there any hormone imbalance, any metal imbalance in your body, how your digestive system is working? So the many factors you have to consider it. But from a yogic point of view or from a spiritual health point of view, important part that you are rising up early, practicing some pranayama, doing some asanas, connecting with the nature. If you work in technology, make sure you take every 1 hour, 2 hour break to look into the green. That will maintain your not exhausting your liver, your kidney, your adrenals, also your eyes, your optical nerve doesn't get tired. So you take a little break for 5 minutes, look into the green, but not green looking in the plant in your office. If you can have a possibility to look into the open space and there is a greenery, or at least even your own garden, or look out of the window if you have some green trees, look at them. So this is the basic engagement you can do. If there is any other anxiety, nervous issues are there that can also make you feel tired, you will have a low of energy. Check your adrenal, your thyroid, that can also make you feel depleted during the day. Observe your diet. What do you eat? Do you eat lots of food but low in the energy form? Or you can have the low quantity of food but very high in energy. Observe your iron level, how your iron are, if you're feeling fatigue or you feel tired. But beyond that, if you do get tired, just always go for a savasana. Take a good 5-10 minutes of savasana, come back to your eyes. Sometimes we are actually not tired at all. We are not low energy. We lack motivation. If you are lacking in motivation and your mind is busy, engaging into the activities of something that is not relevant, but mind is consuming you, that can lead to the low energy and depletion during the day. So if your mind is busy, constantly engaging into the activities or thinking that is absolutely not relevant to you, but you like to consume information, or you like to make sure that you are up to date what is happening in the world. It is important to be up to date, but does not mean you consume your life into it. In the moment you consume into it, you can no longer do anything about what is happening. Sometimes you are lonely. Sometimes you may have self-rejection that can also make you feel very low energy, because it's contributing to your motivation, contributing to enthusiasm. You can be over enthusiastic about something that can also make you feel low in energy, or you have no enthusiasm at all, can also make you feel low energy. So there's many factors you need to watch out. But simplest technique or simplest practice you can do is adapt your lifestyle, observe your lifestyle, and try to not make drastic changes. The moment you make drastic changes, your whole life will go upside down, will create more stress for you, and that can make you feel low energy. So gradual micro changes you can adapt. That does not create a massive dramatic change in your lifestyle. You bring things into the life. What happens when you try to make any change? People immediately want to take things out of the life, get beautiful things out of the life. I think that will help them. But actually, that creates more stress, because there will be everything new for your mind and your senses to adapt to it. They will like it in the beginning for a week or 2 weeks, and then they become resilient. You start craving your old habit and old thing that you need. So I do not recommend to completely change your lifestyle 180 degrees. You keep it where it is, and just bring some more new quality of activities in your life. I give you a simple example. I had a very few dear students. They want to give up eating meat. They are addicted to eating meat or smoking and drinking. I never actually asked them to stop drinking or stop eating meat or stop smoking. I gave them a benefit, a good side and bad side of not smoking or not meat eating or not drinking, but I told them at the same time the negative side of it. I let them to make their own choice. Then you incorporate some practices step by step that can take you out of that addiction of your senses that's been captivating you into the lower energies of yourself. And one example, somebody been smoking for 40 years or 25, 30 years. They have tried to giving up before many times per week or for a Lent that is coming very soon. And for special occasions, for some retreats and some other activities, but can never give up. I found the reasons. I can't sleep without it. I get more anxiety if I give up. It helps me to have a deeper breathing. I'm talking about smoking here. And giving ideas how the people find justifying it. It soothes my nervous system. It helps me to relax. There is many reasons the list, and some people even blames it actually affects my bowel movement. I said that is the worst thing actually I ever heard in my life. But that is their story. Person comes to do a teacher training program with me in India. And have his vapor or the digital cigarette, digital or artificial cigarette, nicotine, vaping pipe. And one day the guy, I said, maybe while you are on the training program, I do not want you to smoke. But that was aided by healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, your nice atmosphere, supporting atmosphere, same time the effect of the practice, so cleaning of the senses and your entire body. So there was many factors come together to aid giving the boost to the willpower or the determination to give up. And I didn't even ask to give up. The person asked, maybe try not to smoke as much as you do, but keep practicing yoga every day. And keep practicing pranayama, because can you imagine if you have practiced pranayama, your windpipe is clean, your lung head, clean the blood, and then you try to smoke, your body will react immediately, will make you feel repulsive. So through the practice of pranayama and the yoga, your mind starts feeling repulsive towards something that you are doing, something that you enjoy every day. Now your mind feels completely repulsive. Now you can no longer consume it because your body is reacting in a different ways. Before, the mind was justifying, now the mind is reacting. All of a sudden, you do not want to smoke. Because you can feel the difference, how toxic it is, and now your mind does not want to justify. Person walks in, give me his vapor and the nicotine cigarettes, whatever it was, say, it is a gift for you. And I looked at it and I moved it, and then my smell in my hand from only holding that device, stinking smell of the tar and the nicotine smoked tobacco in my hand remained, even after I washed several times, it remained at least for next 10 to 12 hours. I said, how can somebody do that to their own body? Didn't ask to smoke it, but once you have experienced what it's like to be healthy, and on the other side of it, loss of bad habits drop out automatically. If I have imposed on the person, you must stop smoking, or the person had tried in the past with a hard exit, mind didn't work. Fall back into it, and anytime if there's any negative or any stressful moment it is, what you can relate with it, but did not find a substitute to cope with the stress or cope with in different ways what giving you comfort, you will not fall back into it. Similarly, if you have anything that you like to transform or change in your lifestyle, I will not recommend to make a hard exit or try to make the habit 180. Introduce some positivity, introduce some other activities that can create a possibility to transform that habit in your life. So There's several examples. I have somebody interviewed me once, asking question. There was famous article writer, actually even wrote a book. The person interviewed the Dalai Lama, the many holy people, and the Deepak Chopra, many aspects of people. Was to write a articles for Guardian. And later, the person wrote a book. Asked me, people say that, give me an example. Like I asked the Dalai Lama, said, hey, if you take away the hatred and the other element, negative part of it, you can create a possibility of peace. And then many people have their viewpoint by taking things away from life. I said, I don't agree with it, any of it. Because if you are taking away, you're creating a void. And that void can be refilled by something else. If the person already does not have good determination and good willpower or the strength, mental strength, physical strength, they will feel disorientated. They will follow it for maybe as long as a duty. They will follow it by the force or creating a self-violence towards themselves. It's not fully accepted by the mind or by the consciousness. They have not transformed into what they are believing or practicing into it. So what do you suggest? The person asked. I said, I will just bring a bit more compassion into the life, towards to the self, bit more love towards to the self, kindness, bit more towards to the self. If you implement those three things with the conscious practice into it, automatically your things will start changing. Rather than trying to find a way to get rid of anger, don't need to. The moment you bring the love towards yourself, would you like to harm yourself? No. And slowly, slowly, the more love you feel towards to you, and the gratitude towards to you, automatically you will start transforming the life, taking things away from your life, or adapting to facilitate the self-love. Remember, there's a difference between self-love and self-pity. When you talk about self-love, most people feel sorry for themselves. They create a possibility of indulgence to the senses. That's not self-love. That is a self-pity. Kindness, toward more kind, little bit kinder to yourself, more kinder to your existence, toward your own body, to your senses. That does not mean pampering. That means observation, preventing the violence toward yourself created by you or created by other people. Similarly, introducing the compassion. Once you have all those things, they will automatically reflect to other people. You can make the world great or greater, happier or healthier by implementing and adapting the lifestyle towards to yourself. Key point is stop making a violence towards to your own mind. As long as you are balanced in your own life to your own self, you do not have any possibility of being spiritual or kind, compassionate, and loving person. So what's that? I have a next question from same person. I'm not able to control my inner chattering, which divert my concentration. If you participate into an inner chatter, you are prolonging the inner chatter. How about if you concentrate on the chattering, rather than participating into the chattering or liking, disliking of the chatter when the mind is making it. Just become observant. Start observing, start witnessing that your mind is chattering. Watch it as your own produced, own directed, with self-created actors, and the story as a drama, which is basically a mind age. So, how to stop the inner chatter? Before you can work to stop anything or transform anything, what you need to do is understanding the what you want to transform and what is causing and what is underlying emotion, underlying lifestyle is making that chattering happening. And what is exactly chattering is. If you can understand, you can create a possibility to transform the inner chattering. How? You can create a concentration. Don't focus on the concentration. I will not recommend it. The more you try to concentrate, the wilder your mind gets, like you try to control the spring, the constantly bouncing ball. You can't catch it. Let it inner chattering happen as much as it can. Just remain, sit comfortably, and just connect with your body. Some people say, my mind starts focusing what is wrong with my body. In that situation, maybe you hold your attention, physical attention. Don't try to meditate. Make your physical body as a meditation. Just hold your awareness in one limb of your body. Stay with it. See how it's feeling, but don't contribute to a story of it. If you cannot do it, jump up and down as much as you can for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but don't stop. Don't take a break in the middle. And then you sit down and observe, see how much inner chattering is left there. Inner chattering disappears in no time. But you need to create a possibility for it. Can come and join me on every Wednesday, 7 a.m. GMT for meditation. That can be helpful for you. Or practice some yoga activities to calm the inner chattering and then try to rest in savasana. Don't eat too much sugar and also chocolate. The food that stimulates your mind, cut them down. The food that stimulates the vata, nature inside your body, cut them down. Adapt your food, that will also help the inner chattering in your mind. I have one more question. There's why, when I practice yoga, intermediate, that's what I believe somebody trying to say, but I don't know intermediate, so probably an intermediate. I have a pain in my neck. I have a problem, cervical spine issues probably. So, जिसे kalas, if asanas done without awareness or awareness of your own physical capacity. We put too much attention to the posture, too much awareness to the posture, but not to the body. If you can find a synchronicity, awareness of the posture and awareness of the body and strength, and bring them together, that is your asana practice, how it should be. Observing your body, how is it reacting into the posture. If it's hurting, you are going too far. Come out of it. If your physical capacity or physical strength or physical injuries in the body does not allow or permits your body to do it, it will be foolish to entertain the posture where your body is complaining. Build a strength to recover from an injury or find a way to prevent it to creating any strain to react to that injury. That's when yoga becomes individual. You adapting the yoga to your capacity where it can be helpful to your health, to your physical body, intermediate, beginners, advanced. You can even do a beginner's posture or beginner's yoga. You can still hurt yourself. It's not about intermediate, beginners, or advanced. But if you're doing it incorrectly, not keeping your own body awareness, aligning with the maximum correctness of the posture, can create a problem. How to prevent, especially, I can believe, if you're doing advanced posture with cervical spine problem, do a precaution practice for cervical spine and understand the what postures affecting, giving you a neck pain. If you're standing on the feet, arching back, without using the supporting muscles, just only collapsing into your joints, you're likely to have a neck pain, neck problem. Similarly, in a cobra, triangle, shoulder stand, head stand, find a way to modify, adapt, and create a precaution so you do not hurt yourself. It is very important and vital fact, not just only to you, for many people who practice yoga. Either they have hip problems, knee problem, back problem, shoulder problem, spine problem, pain in the body. I can understand if there is a injury that's created by some other activities in the life, but you're practicing asanas to heal or create a possibility not to hurt yourself further. But what happened? Your greed comes so much. Or the rat race, the mind rat race, because you want to become advanced. Remember, you can do an advanced asana posture, but your nervous system is not ready. The prana flow in your body is not ready. There is loss of toxicity and impurities in the flow of prana and in your muscular system. You are likely to create a blockage of energy. When that blockage of energy happens, especially you have injury in the body, will lead to a further consequences in the long term. So find a way first to purify your body, purify your lifestyle. People say, what is wrong having a little bit of, what do you call it, balance. They find some nice spiritual word to justify the unhealthy lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle. Isn't supposed to be a moderation? No, absolutely fine. But moderation does not mean to self-abuse. There's a difference. When using the word moderation and doing activities that is unhealthy for you of any organ within your body, I would not choose the moderation. Moderation is supposed to be for your mind, not for your habits. So I have one more question regarding intermediate practice and your cervical spine. I will pay bit close attention the way I'm practicing asanas, what I'm doing, make notes, which asana is affecting it, and then try to find a way adaptation to it. Next question I have from Nirmal. Can you make me your disciple? Eagerly waiting to get a guru like you. My friend, I had a similar question once in Berlin. I had a dear friend of mine who organized a massive fundraise event for charity that we operate in India, a project for school children. By the way, we teach now for their children practice yoga, eat food, education up to class 5. We have 130, 140 children at present. So that is a great project. But when my friend organized it, we were sitting comfortably. I was sitting quietly under the tree. There was a guy who walks up. He asked a question. He said, how many followers do you have? I said, 1. He said, don't you have followers? I said, no, I have only 1 follower, which is myself. At least my shadow follows me everywhere, and your God follows me everywhere. I said, do you have disciples? He was very interested, holding conversation for a half an hour. And then I asked him, what do you do? Person said, I make a audio CDs and the video CDs. So he was thinking to make audio and videos of me, so sell it to my disciples and followers, so he can make money. I said, I don't have any disciples. I don't have any followers. I have 1 follower, me. I don't need to buy anything. In terms of disciples, I don't have any disciple. Why would I create a unnecessary crowd behind me when I'm walking alone? But I have one thing for sure. I make people disciple for discipline, not of my disciples. I make people disciple of discipline and the lifestyle they choose. I can make a disciple of your religiousness. I can make a disciple of spirituality. I can make a disciple to practice yoga, not me. And then guy was confused. I said, what you will learn, that is your path, not mine. So everybody in their own pace, in their own capacity, enhancing, walking the life. not behind me, according to their karma, their consciousness. Your journey is individual. If you walk as I walk, you're likely to fall over. But if you walk, you understand how to walk. But you walk in your capacity with full awareness. I can make you disciple of awareness. I can give you seed of consciousness, but not make a disciple of me. Because it means I have to carry your karma and drag you behind me. It becomes quite heavy. I rather walk alone. And the person get up and run, and I see him every day. I try to ask him, hello, how are you? Does not want to have conversation because he cannot see any economical benefit wasting his time. So my friend Nirmal, I can be very instrumental for your growth, and you can become disciple to your life, to the practice of spirituality, practice of yoga. But I wouldn't claim you as my disciple, because most of the times it's a burden. I chose in this life not to have a crowd behind me, but have a crowd in front of me. Disciples means following behind. I don't need crowd behind me. If you have a crowd in front of you, that is better because you are learning, you are growing. Remain student always and disciple of the being growth. So if you do have a question, come and see me when I'm in India and come and practice when you can. On that note, I believe that is enough for today. If there is any question, if anybody has, please, you can unmute and ask. If not, we'll see you next week. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.